today for episode 2 of Is It FUBAR'ed? A Super Nintendo Junior. Big fan of these systems. Always worth the gamble on them. I feel like this listing for this specific one. I also like the fact that it includes 2 controllers, a controller extension, which is nice too, and that looks like an officially branded Super Nintendo cable. So fantastic overall. Basically says up here, item condition for parts does not work. Sellers provided us with multiple pictures. Console looks like it's overall in good condition. I don't see any yellowing, which is nice. It's dirty, no question, but no yellowing. Let's scroll a little bit further down. System is not working. We do not know if the controllers work or not. No power cord. System 2 controllers, AV cables, and controller extension cable included. Now, I did do a little bit of homework on this one. I sent a message to the seller and I said, hey, what seems to be the issue? And he indicated to me it's a power issue. It's tough with this, a SNES Junior because there's no way to tell if it's actually getting power or not. So I decided to bite the bullet and take a gamble, mostly because of the accessories included. And I figured, worst case scenario, I could break even if I can't, make it work. So anyway, I ended up picking up the system for $35 plus $12 ship, so $47 all in. So anyway, let's see if it's FUBAR'ed. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone ahead and hooked up the Super Nintendo to my known working power and video cables, and I've plugged in a good game. One other thing I did is I made sure that the contacts inside the system were clean. One thing you don't want to do is mix a clean game with dirty contacts on a system, because obviously then you just get the contacts dirty. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the camera set up here and go ahead and flip it on and make sure it works, or see what it does in general. Oh, that's very surprising. I was not expecting at all for this thing to turn on first thing. Okay, well let's just go ahead and see if it works the way it's supposed to. That's, like I said, really surprising. I was not expecting that, considering the fact what the seller had told me. Alright, as I'm entering my initials here and starting a new game, you can kind of see I've got decent picture quality, everything looks good, and then boom, it's almost like it's kind of weird, almost like the gamma kind of just went out on it, and you can see it's very dark all of a sudden. So maybe there's something to this thing actually that we need to do. After all, you can see Gabby J does not look right at all. Now I'm in there in the back. I'm kind of playing with the multi-out just to make sure it's not an issue there, and you can see that the gamma kind of comes back. So I think I know what the issue is just based on that alone. So let's go ahead and get started on this thing. But I'm going to use a little bit of this to kind of make my life easier. This is always where I start. This is just some contact cleaner for electronics. Works really well. Spray it in there, and then I use a toothbrush to kind of, clean them all up. Give that a little spritz with this and try to clean it out a little bit. Alright, so I just did a very lazy man's reassembly here, just in case this doesn't work the way I want it to. But in summary, what I'm going to look to try to do here is make sure that everything works the way it's supposed to. So, got the game back in. And yeah, let's go ahead and flip it on and let's get you on the TV. So I've done myself a little bit of a favor here. Let's see if you guys can hopefully see that multimeter. Yeah, you can. All right, so I've plugged it in and I've already turned it on off camera. The middle pin is always your ground pin on these things, and so now you can tell which one's your 5-volt line. So if I go ahead and pair that up here, there it is. That is your 5-volt line right here. So this is your out, and this should be your in, and you can see that I'm getting 9 volts in on that. So your in is the outside pin. The out is your, well, I don't know, to the right. Let's put it like that, my right. So anyway, let's go ahead and do some prep work over here, get this bad boy ready to go.